So this is the first time I've had the platform, the Vivor platform out really to use for a session, and it worked awesome. So this is Teatotaler Beach on the other side of Vanier Dock. And I mean, I just set it up at the lowest setting, which was about, I don't know, 3 feet high or something. Put it at, just off the beach, and there was plenty of height and plenty of depth to get launched, no problem. And it's solid in the sand as well. It wasn't tippy like I thought it might be. So I just did these runs back and forth from Teetotaler Beach over to Algae Point and back. And it was super windy today, like really windy and very wavy. So I guess I was trying to get some experience with downwinding and without going way out into the channel there. So like I'm pumping into the wind there, and you can see where the water changes. It right about there. It gets the winds comes through that channel there, and it's like pushing hard, and you have to really give her to get over there upwind. But mostly, I was trying to learn how to stay on the wave, and I was not very successful. Like I'd be pumping downwind, and I'd overshoot the wave, and then get into the trough of the next little swell, and end up pumping and pumping and pumping, and essentially trying to pump uphill, and I'd lose speed, and it wasn't good. So I have to figure out what to do, and I'm not even sure if it's really appropriate to be using such a huge wing on for downwinding, because it's really hard to turn it. Right there, I was just adjusting it, so adjusting the platform so that it was flat, so like it's sloping down, off the beach, but I had adjusted the legs to be the same height, so it was kind of facing down. So I just lengthened the front a little bit to make it more flat, and that worked great. It doesn't really look like it, but like the swells were good size, like at least 1 foot high, and sometimes like 18 inches or so. This is one where I jumped off the point, rock started off the point, and gone try to go downwind, and I just got swamped basically in those swells. And same thing here. Like I'm now, instead of going over to the point, I'm heading out into the channel to try to catch those swells that are rolling down the channel there. But right around here is where it just got super chaotic, and there's waves coming in, and I get all turned around. The wind's blowing on me, and it just I found it really hard to keep going. So I was crashed right around there. But I was able to get one rock start off of that shore, or those rocks today. Um, it was crazy because with the swell rolling in, the water would be at whatever level, and you think great, and then you jump, and then half a second later, the water would be 18 inches lower or something. So the big waves rolling in, it's really really hard to start on those conditions. So I crashed a lot. I only got, I think, one or two successful starts. Now, Simon had come after a while, and we were both using the platform, and he was trying to head for these long, glidey downwinders. And I kind of lost control when I launched there, and I had to do some crazy turns to not fall. But I used up all my energy doing that, so I bailed. I decided against going out and just turned around and started coming back. Yeah, there was no relaxed pumping today. It was pretty chaotic and required constant vigilance to not fall. And as I every time as I came out into the channel here, the waves got a lot bigger, and the wind is stronger, and it was total chaos. It was a struggle even just to keep going. and sometimes the wind would spin me around like that, and I'd end up pumping up wind because I couldn't control it. You could see the trees blowing like it. The wind was pretty strong. Yeah, wind spun me around there again. No, here I had launched and I hit a rock and I just did a face plant, and the kids who were on the beach were there, and that kid in the pink shirt was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, no worries. Thanks for asking." And I said, you got to fall a lot to get good at this, And he was asking like, "How does it work?" and stuff. So, and then I think like his cousin was sitting there on the beach, and I think he was special needs, and he looked very interested in it. So I brought it over to let him look at it, and you could tell he wanted to touch it. So I was like, "Hey, put your hand, see what it's like." He's like, "It's hard." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And they got a kick out of us launching. Oh, and here, one of the legs had given way on the platform. It's normally locked in with a like a bolt, but the bolt didn't come with it, so I just had like a set screw holding it in, and it was just too much weight, and it gave way. I fell on my arse. But I got I guess, a little bit more confident as the session went on, because I was heading right out there, knowing that I can get back to the rocks, no problem. And man, though, the swells are just so much going. It's so chaotic. Some of those swells were like 2 feet high. And then for my last session, I just stripped down the wetsuit and just went in my shorts, which was so awesome. I just love doing that. It feels so cool. And the water, I mean, it's not that warm, but it's not that cold either. So I wasn't too worried about a long swim. So this is a really fun day. This is my first experience trying to downwind, I guess you could say. And I know I'm going to need a lot more work to be able to handle myself in the waves.